Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are not doing a new lesson. We are going to practice more of yesterday's lesson. So yesterday we were on page 53 of your student journal, and I'm just going to go back and look at my steps from yesterday. That yesterday our goal was our objective, was today I will add fractions using an algorithm. So today we're just going to practice more of that. So remember, our first step was we found same denominators, and we did this by multiplying by fractions equal to 1. And then we added our fractions, numerators only. We also added whole numbers when they were there. And then we simplified by using a GCF. And often before we simplified, we also had to correct those improper fractions. So today, we are just going to be practicing those same steps a little bit more. This page that I'm using should have been attached in your Google Classroom by your teacher, but if not, if you were unable to print this or you don't have this, just grab some scratch paper and you can do it with me in scratch paper. Okay, so the first problem says 1/3 plus 3/9, and I'm actually going to do this in my red pen. So I want you just to watch me do this first problem. Okay, so remember step 1 says I'm going to find the same denominators. So 1/3 plus 3/9. Okay, and I can't add those because they have different denominators. So because this one has a 9 denominator, I'm going to multiply the top one by 9/9. And I'm allowed to do this because 9/9 is just 1, so I'm not changing the value. So 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Now, this one is going to be multiplied by 3/3 because I'm going to use that denominator to help me. And again, that doesn't change its value. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So that was step 1. Step 2 is I'm going to add numerators only. So 9 plus 9 is 18/27. And then step 3 is I'm going to simplify. Now this one is not an improper fraction because my numerator is not larger than the denominator, so I can just jump into simplifying. So I'm going to do a table for my numerator, a factor table. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6, 4 times nothing, 5 times nothing, and 6 is a repeat. Okay, so I'm going to see which ones are also factors of 27. I'm going to start with my largest. 18 is not a factor of 27. 18 does not fit into 27, and 18 times nothing gets me 27. 9 is a factor of 27 because 9 times 3 is 27. So my GCF is 9. So to simplify, I'm going to divide both by my GCF, and I get 2/3. And that is my answer. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's try the next one together. So our first step, remember, is we are going to be finding common denominators by multiplying by fractions equal to 1. Okay, so let's multiply 2/4 times 8/8 because of this 8 denominator, and we get 16/32. Okay, let's multiply 3/8 by 4/4 because of that denominator. And let's not forget our whole number. So 3 times 4 is 12. 8 times 4 is 32. And what do we get? 16 plus 12 is 28/32. And 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, so we have done steps 1 and 2, and now we're just ready to simplify. This is not improper, so I can go straight to my factor table. So we have 1 times 28. 2, I know works because this is even. So it's 2 times 14. 3 does not work. 4 times 7, 5 does not work, 6 does not work, and 7's a repeat. Okay, so let's check here. We have 28, is not a factor of 32. 14, not a factor of 32. 7, let's see, 7 times 4 is 28, and 7 times 5 is 35, so 7's not a factor. 4 is. So our GCF is 4, which means we can divide both by 4 and see what we get. And I'm kind of running out of room, so I'm going to do it down here. 28 divided by 4 is 7, and 32 divided by 4 is 8. So our answer is 1 7/8. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like you need more help, you can look at yesterday's video, but your job is to finish these 2 problems. I'm going to leave them up for a moment in case you were unable to open up the file. You could copy those down onto scratch paper. You could also pause the video if you need to. And then you also have these problems. And just stop the video if you need to copy them down. And then you also have these 2 problems. All right, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.